Assalamualaikum. Good morning, class.
Waalaikumsalam. Morning, Miss.
Mom.
Yeah, how are you doing?
Great, Mom.
Yeah.
Good, Miss.
Why do you all look less enthusiastic? You should be enthusiastic about our class today because today's lesson is about something interesting. But before we begin the lesson, let's stand some prayers, okay? Praying, begin.
Okay, Mom.
Finish. All right, welcome to my class, everyone. Let's begin with a presentation. Anne?
Yes.
Cyrus?
Yes, Mom.
Yasvi?
Yes, Miss
Tiara?
present, Miss.
Where's
Oh,
Tiara?
maybe absent, Miss.
Will be absent today.
I would like to make a review over our last lesson before. It's about the past tense, remember? The polite words that we can use just to make the sentence more polite by changing the will, shall, or can into the past form. Now we can apply those words into the real conversation. And today is a speaking class, so we all have to do the speaking, including you also have to do the speaking, not just having this material in your mind. No, it's not like that. And I want you all to have good conversation when you meet someone.
Okay.
And as we know that we tend to have this kind of less confidence feeling when we meet someone and have a conversation in our second language like English. Why do you feel not confident about your English? Tell me about it. So what is the reason that you don't have confidence when you speak in English?
Actually,
you okay? Go ahead.
Yeah. As we know that English is selected for international language. The play in every aspect of life. They already select an international language, especially for Indonesia. English is already set for the second language to either for education or the daily life. It's very unfortunately. But
I see that Cyrus is already have good speaking. Now I want to know about, I want to know what Aan capability. Try to say something, Aan.
Well, I don't feel confident speaking English, but I'm trying. I'm still learning to build that confidence of doing so.
Okay.
I feel like maybe when doing this online or just through the screen, I'm okay. But when I really have to do that in front of the audience, like in front of the class or in front of the forum, I feel like I still got that feeling nervous inside myself. So yeah, that's my problem.
Thank you.
I'm still learning to be able to be doing that.
Okay, let's measure about Yasvi ability in speaking. Go on, Yasvi.
My speaking English, I think, is so bad, Miss.
But still, it's understandable. That's the point of conversation. Thank you anyway, Yasvi. Now let's go to my material for today. I will throw you this PPT. Let's see it. The material is about how to speak like a native speaker. So I'm going to give you some tricks on how to speak like a native. And this one is only a trick that can make you sound more fluent in speaking. Let's check it out. Try this greeting first. When you meet someone, normally we would like to say, how are you? Hi. But in a formal situation, although this sentence rarely used by the people, but still we can use it in formal situation. You can say, how do you do? Or you can say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And for a farewell, you can say good night or goodbye. But I have a little bit question about how do you do? Can anyone reply this?
You're doing good. Can we reply that way?
No.
Oh, okay.
Cyrus, Yasvi?
Good or fine?
How do you do?
Yeah, good. So this, how do you do? Actually, this one is like good morning, and you have to reply with good morning. How do you do? Also reply with how do you do, but with a different tone. When you ask how do you do, how do you do? Another greeting which is more informal. You can use it in more casual situation. You can say hi, hello, how are you? Pleased to meet you. And how to reply those greetings? You can reply with very well, thank you. What about you? Don't forget to ask again to your opponent. And for farewell, you can say it's a pleasure to meet you. I bid you farewell. See you later. After a while, till then. Now I want you, Cyrillus and Aan, to say greeting to a person. Yes, you can also join this short conversation by saying some greetings. Go ahead. Who would like to greet first? Initiate, please. Not good just waiting. You have to have initiation. Say
all right, maybe me first. Yeah. Okay. Cyrillus, how do you do?
Yes, I'm good.
Wrong answer.
Oh, you
was
also
asking how do you do? How should you answer that?
Oh, the right answer is how do you do again, Miss?
Yes, right. How do you do? Gone. After you say how do you do, then you can say what else? How are you? Or maybe you can.
How are you?
How are you doing? What's cooking? The one that is quite like a phrase. Actually, it's not asking about what kind of food you're cooking, but it's asking about how are you doing. Still, you can say what's cooking. So Yasvi, your turn. Asking someone.
Aan, how are you today?
I am fine. Thank you.
Yes. And for a farewell, what will you say? Cyrillus, your turn.
Okay. Yasvi, how do you do?
How do you do?
Okay, good.
Like that, Miss.
Actually, I was asking about the farewell. Now I want the closure when you part ways. How do you say farewell? Dadah. When you separate. Cyrillus, what will you say?
Farewell.
Isn't that on the screen?
Yes, I can see the screen, yeah.
That's the word you can say.
After a while.
And you are talking to who?
I'm talking to Mr. An. Mr. An, after a while.
Okay, and then I will answer, see you later.
Okay, good. Perfect. Yeah. You all have bring out your best. I called you a sharp brainer because you can figure out the thing that I explained before. And now I will throw you these videos.
Many students learn and practice speaking English with books, and they end up sounding more like a book than a real person. Well, let's fix that right now. This is even harder in English because the difference between the words and the sounds is huge in English, right? I mean, native English speakers do all sorts of strange things. We connect words like I get up, I get up. We use contractions instead of I will, I'll. We add sounds, drop sounds, even change sounds when words come together. We even leave out whole words when we're speaking. Yeah, I'm going to the pub. Coming? So no wonder it's difficult to understand us.
Oh, yes, I know. Look, I'm not knocking the presents. It's just I've got to get away this year.
Okay, let's begin with this sentence, right? Or this question. How do you say this? Okay, when we read, we say, what do you do? But when we speak, we say, what do you do? Remember, it's all about practice, not perfection.
So greeting is something that gives you first impression to someone, right? And your first impression somehow will stuck in someone else's head. So it's important for you to give good impression to the person you talk to at the beginning of your meeting, right? Therefore, I would like to focus on this part. Whenever you see or meet someone for the first time, make sure you speak like a native speaker. Although maybe you just able to speak like short sentence, just make sure what you say is sound like a native. Begin with the greeting rather than saying how do you do. You can say connect the words. How do you do? Good morning, good afternoon. Rather than saying good afternoon, you say good afternoon, good evening, goodbye. So that's the material for today. And before we end the session, I would like to make a review again for our lesson. So far, we have learned about the greeting, the farewell part, and the short conversation that you can use. And for homework, you all need to make a short conversation with your friend with a comfortable deliverance. So it should be nice and smooth, like you are a native speaker. What have you got from the lesson today so far?
So we have a certain expression or vocabulary to say, to express something. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, yeah, that's what I can say.
Silus, did you get the material?
We should learn much vocabulary so we can speak well, like a native. So the sound is different. I think
Yes,
it's enough for
right.
me. Thank you.
You're welcome, Silus. So for the next meeting, we will learn about how to make a good intonation, maybe how to have conversation, a longer conversation with someone else. So prepare yourself. Don't forget your assignment. I guess
Okay,
that's
ma'am.
all
Okay,
for
ma'am.
today. I'm so lucky to have you as a student, and you've done great and amazing today. Hopefully all the material that I deliver can be remembered and you can get the gist of it. So that's all for today. Good morning, class. Assalamualaikum.
Good morning. Waalaikumsalam. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you,
You're
ma'am.
welcome.
Thank you for today.